Hi, I'm Max Harvey, and I'm going to be showing you how to make cream cheese crab ragoons. So for your ingredients, you're going to want cream cheese, a block of it, because this is more to last you in the long run. You're going to want imitation crab, and for the seasoning, you're going to want salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and then you're going to want wonton wraps to wrap it all up. And just to preface this, you're going to want to make sure your hands are washed before you start doing it. Otherwise, that's real disgusting. So you've got your cream cheese in your container. That's great. Now you're going to want to do that with your imitation crab. So I find something that really helps when you're putting your imitation crab in here, so just tearing it up with your fingers, is to like tear it up with the fork so that like you get it more torn up. And yeah, so that really helps, but you're gonna want to do that with all your crab. You've got your crab nice and in there. So now you're gonna take your salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and you're gonna put just a little teaspoon of it in there. Make sure you spread that around. Then a bit of garlic powder, not too much. You don't want it to be a little too strong. It's never good. And then pepper, ground pepper, I should probably specify, and mix. It's a little tough with the cream cheese in there, but yeah, you can mix with a fork, or if you like wash your hands again and they're nice and clean, you can mix with your hands. I personally have to do it with my hands, but so you finished mixing it and you're like, well, now what? Well, you're gonna put it in this, and to do that, you're gonna need a little bowl or cup of water. So you're gonna decide just how many you want to do, and because these are rather big ones, I'm probably only gonna go with 4. And to store for later use, To store for later use, I like to put them in a Ziploc bag. So you've spread out your wraps, and you're like, well, how much do I do? I don't have an exact amount. I just do a little guesstimate. Try to not fill it up too much. Just take little blobs, put them in there, and don't put it too much to the front. It's like a little Asian burrito. You need your water because you'll be dipping your fingers in there and then spreading your water-dipped fingers along the edges. This is actually how you get the wrap to stick. So you're gonna wrap it up. And then you're gonna like scrunch up the ends, and I put a little extra water along the crease and just like smooth it out. It's basically glue, this little thing. And you're gonna repeat that for how many of these things you're making. And for fun, I decided to make some little bite-sized pieces. And so now you've got them all wrapped up, and you may be wondering, well, do I just take a good hefty bite? No, that's how you get sick. You get your vegetable oil, and you put just a little bit, well, probably a little more than little, in a pan, because you need to fry these. It's very unhealthy, but it's fun to make every once in a while. And set it to high heat to heat it up, but once it starts getting a little boily is when you'll lower it down to like between 8 and 6. So to move these around in the oil, you're gonna need little tongs. I decided to use real small ones, but use any size you prefer. So you can't see it too well, but I am frying one already, the bite-sized one. And I'm gonna be doing the other bite-sized one. I kind of use them to tell how hot it's getting. And it's getting quite hot, so I will be lowering it to the middle. And yes, I did move it. But when they're done, you're going to want a little thing like this with some napkins in there to collect the oil. So, a nice little view of this. And try your hardest to not get any oil on you, and you can start flipping it when you notice it's turning golden in the edges, but you're not going to want to take it fully out until it's fully gold. We do have it closer to high than in the middle, because it still isn't exactly too hot. And turn on the fan. It's loud, but it's needed. It's a little more golden, so it'll be getting flipped. So I know it's getting real nice and hot, so I'll simply add in one of my deformed little tacos. I'm sorry, I meant burrito. So once they're nice and golden, take them out. I don't really have a time scale, you just kind of tell when the side starts to get golden, but I'd say give it 30 seconds at least. When it's starting to heat up this much, turn down the heat a little more, and still give it around 30 seconds. Yeah. And I've decided very last minute I will also be making ramen. But nice and golden. So it's time to add in your however many tacos are left. I keep messing up. I mean burritos. Multitask. And additional sauce is always nice. I prefer soy sauce, but I was going to recommend an alternative, but we don't have it, but it's just a sweet chili sauce, an Asian one. Really good. To waste as little oil as possible, you'll be waiting for it to cool down, and then you can skim it and put it into a jar if it's not burnt, which it's not. So, it's all done. We've got the final taste test. I did a good job.